Good evening. Welcome to No Heart Left Behind's second annual Heart and Soul Virtual Gala and Online Auction. My name is Alicia Stickles. I'm the Executive Director of No Heart Left Behind and your host for this evening. We are just so thankful that you have joined us tonight to support the work of No Heart Left Behind. For over 15 years, No Heart Left Behind's mission has been to support and empower families to thrive with the Word of God and the love of Christ through counseling, mentorship, and community programs. We are super excited about our fabulous auction that we have tonight and also our virtual wine tasting that I'm going to be doing with Ryan Woodrow of Wines Unlimited. And he will be talking about 4 wine selections tonight that he specifically paired to match with each course of your meal from Bosco's Italian Cafe. But before we get to that, we would love to share a little bit more with you about the work of No Heart Left Behind.
My name is Abby Shields and I'm the founder of No Heart Left Behind.
My name is Alicia Stickles. I am the Executive Director of No Heart Left Behind. We are a ministry that looks to support and empower families with the Word of God and the love of Christ through counseling, mentorship, and our community programs. No Heart Left Behind got started really out of the story of our own family. We were one of those broken families.
At the time, my family had gone through an awful lot of struggles in my marriage and then in my parenting. And when I accepted Christ as my Lord and Savior, that's when I began to see the changes in my life.
Jesus came along and started picking up the pieces and putting us back together.
I was teaching a Bible study. There were numerous women in my class that had real world life issues like struggling with finances or not having transportation, and they were single and they didn't have anyone walking alongside of them, and so they were trying to figure out what to do.
People just started coming to her. We were encouraged to put together a 501c3, and so we did that.
I had no idea what I was doing, none whatsoever. I did not have a degree in ministry per se. My background is in education.
My mom got her various certifications needed in order to counsel. When I came on in 2009, we've really been able to put some framework around what we want this ministry to be.
As the founder of the ministry, then, it has been a dream to see my daughter come alongside of it, and I believe that this ministry was created ultimately for her to take and create it into something greater than I ever could.
What our hope is that we can walk alongside families who are struggling with whether it is a spiritual crisis, a relational crisis, a financial crisis, and we can help equip them to walk through that season, whether that's in our counseling or our care ministry or the retreats and Bible studies that we offer. That really is the goal. Mother Teresa says that if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Ultimately, I think one of the biggest issues is just the brokenness, just as far as whether that be through divorce or whether that just be through people giving up on their kids or giving up on their marriages and thinking that there's something better elsewhere. When my family is such a testament of what could happen if you stayed and you fought for your family.
God can heal our marriage, He can heal any marriage.
It really has been God working through His people that have kept us going for 14 years now. We are 100% supporter funded. We don't receive any grants or anything like that from the government.
If you get a little, you do a little, and if you get a lot, you do a lot. Through the years, we've been down to $7.47 in the checking account with bills to pay, but God always came through.
The main way that you can support us financially would be to donate through our website, www.noheartleftbehind.com. There is a donate tab where you can either make a one-time donation or set up a monthly donation that supports our ministry. We appreciate all of your support and the donations that you have made. To keep up with No Heart Left Behind, you can subscribe to our monthly newsletter. You can also follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We want to make tonight as interactive as we possibly can, so we have a few virtual giveaways for you. You can be entered to win one of our virtual giveaways by hopping over to Facebook or Instagram and giving us a like or a follow. Second, you can post a picture of your gala experience and tag No Heart Left Behind. Make sure to post those pictures early and keep checking social media as we will be posting the winners throughout the night. So before we get to our virtual wine tasting tonight with Ryan Woodrow, we want to share with you a little bit more about the work of No Heart Left Behind and what we are raising money for this evening. So check it out.
My name is Presley Varnado. I am part of the counseling program.
My name is Jason Doyle, and this is my lovely wife, Nicole.
We were led to No Heart Left Behind and just kind of coming to some brick walls in our marriage.
My name is Andrea Gottbreath. I was invited to be a part of a group.
My name is James Dawson. I was at the shelter at the time, and probably in the worst part of New Orleans. But you know, when you ain't homeless, you're gonna take a chance.
My name is Evelyn Bro. So before No Heart Left Behind, I was an absolute train wreck. Went through boyfriend after boyfriend, heartbreak after heartbreak, looking for love in all the wrong places.
Before the program, I really didn't realize how broken and how much I needed this.
I didn't really know what No Heart Left Behind was all about until we went to the marriage class. We have tried counseling before, No Heart Left Behind, and you know, it was much more worldly ideas and practices. We were really looking for God-guided processes to implement into our marriage.
Absolutely what drew me to Abby's methods is the fact that she counsels from the Word of God. So I can trust her. I know that what she's telling me and the guidance and advice that she's giving me is sound, it's truth, it's safe. And that really played a big role in how I was able to succeed in No Heart Left Behind.
It was just the best decision I probably have made in my adult life. I was stagnant probably in my faith and not realizing it, or not finding the right women to encourage me and really lead me to God. It was just this place where it was small, but people were open, and it was something that I guess really increased my faith at that time, and finding really meaningful relationships that led me to God.
Through this counseling program, I have grown so much as a person, as an individual, as a woman. I've really started digging into the Bible and building my relationship with God, and it is one thing I would wish I would have done years and years sooner, because it's absolutely amazing.
It's hard to say yes sometimes, or I don't know if I can squeeze it in. I guess what I would say is you won't regret it.
They didn't turn their back on me. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was expecting. Just to say that they wasn't the type of people they might have been pretending, or they might not be the genuine people that God has used them for. But that, nevertheless, that wasn't the issue.
Unfortunately, a lot of the people that need help can't afford the help that they need. So it's important to support the ministry and to create an opportunity for people who don't have the same blessings or the same opportunities that others have.
They're real genuine in what they do, and they always follow up behind what they give and what they do for others as well.
I mean, they have a heart for hearts that are out there, and really want to make sure that those people that need it have the opportunity to get the help that they need.
I want to say thank you, because if it weren't for your donations and your sponsorships, then I and so many others would be so lost. This is truly a unique ministry, one that is so needed in this community. And without No Heart Left Behind and without Abby, I wouldn't have been able to get my feet where I needed to plant them. So thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to our virtual wine tasting. I am here at Bosco's Italian Cafe in Mandeville with my friend Ryan Woodrow of Wines Unlimited, and we are going to sample 4 wines tonight that are specially paired with our meal. So welcome, Ryan. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, and thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Great for such a good cause. Glad to be helping out.
Yeah. So what we got here first, this pairs with our Caesar salad, right?
Yeah, so we have 4 wines. We'll start with this one. I picked all Italian wines because we're an Italian theme, but stuff that's people know. So this is going to be a Thames Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
So it's 100% Sauvignon Blanc. That's the grape varietal. Most of you are probably familiar with Sauvignon Blanc. Maybe not from Italy. It's not the most grown grape there. This is going to be just north of the Veneto.
Okay.
So very northeast in Friuli. So yeah, it should pair. It's going to pair. It pairs very well with Caesar dressing. It's going to have a little lemony if you want to taste.
Yeah.
A little lemony citrus sort of taste. And if you think about maybe if you were just to put a little bit of lemon juice on your Caesar salad, it's going to open up a lot of flavors
Okay.
there.
Sauvignon Blanc is actually my favorite.
Like I said before, if you just think about so you have a lot of lemon notes, tropical notes, green apple-y stuff.
Okay.
If you just think about hitting a Caesar salad with just a couple drops of lemon, this kind of does the same kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, just a beautiful wine.
It's good. Very light.
Priced right. Very light, refreshing, good starter wine.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all need to go
cheers.
try that.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Hope you enjoy this first selection. Okay, for our second wine this evening, we're going to be sampling Escaya. Now, this is where things will get a little different because we have 2 wines paired with the different entrees. So the wine that you received in your package will be determined based on the entree that you selected. So after this, we will try the wine that pairs well with the lasagna because it's just impossible to pair the same wine with a shrimp pasta and a lasagna. Very tough.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with this wine selection that you have picked paired with the shrimp pasta, and then we'll move on to the lasagna. So what do you have for us?
So yeah, back to what you were saying, lasagna and white sauce shrimp pasta dishes. That's a tough one for one wine. So we decided this year to do 2. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So this is going to be Skya is the brand. A really fun wine. Everything to do is fantastic. This is again in the northeast of Italy, where a lot of the white wine production is. So a classic pairing with shrimp Alfredo would be something white, maybe a little buttery, Chardonnay, right?
Okay.
I want to have a little bit of fun, and this is going to have Chardonnay in it. It's about half Chardonnay. The other half is a grape called Garganega.
Oh.
So it's a Garganega Chard, white blend.
I'm glad you're saying all these big fancy words.
So so Garganega is just a grape varietal, just like Chardonnay is or Cabernet Sauvignon. Garganega is an Italian varietal, and it pairs really well. So it's going to bring out a little bit more acid, a little bit tropical notes, and Chardonnay is going to hit it with a little more butteriness, like that pairs well with the sauce.
Okay.
So yeah, really, really great wine to go with shrimp Alfredo, especially Mr. Bosco's shrimp Alfredo, which is fantastic.
Ooh, that's nice. I'm actually gonna take a little bite of my pasta here. See how that pairs. So good. Delicious. I can't wait for y'all to try this. Now, some of you may have opted, even if you did choose the lasagna selection for tonight, you had the opportunity to add on and purchase this fourth wine. So you may have this in the package and you get the best of both worlds. So this is excellent. And I mean, the way it pairs with the shrimp pasta is delicious.
Beautiful.
Very good.
Beautiful. And again, another really good wine just to have to drink anytime, especially when it's warm outside, like it always is here. Goes with many other foods, a lot of stuff that we cook down here. Obviously cream sauces, crawfish, shrimp, lobster. This goes with all that.
Now, is this something that is pretty common in terms of just being available here in the area that they could purchase at different?
You can always go to your local store and ask.
Okay.
Especially like Acquista Pastas, stuff like that. And if they don't have it, they can get it.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so now we are going to taste our third wine. This is actually the wine paired with the other entree selection, the lasagna. So tell us about this wine, Ryan.
So this is a classic Chianti.
Okay.
And I'm sure you guys have all heard about Chianti. It's in the Tuscany region, so kind of central Italy on the west coast. And they're definitely known for Sangiovese, which is the grape of Chianti.
Okay.
Chianti is just a really great pairing with red sauce.
Okay.
So I know I hinted on the acid level stuff before.
I was about to say, why is that?
Red
that
sauce has a really high acid level, as you know. If anybody gets heartburn, it's after pizza or lasagna or something, right? And Chianti has enough to pair with that.
Okay.
So if you paired lasagna, not that it'd be the worst thing to do in the world, but if you paired it with like a Cabernet Sauvignon, it just wouldn't do the same thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is a classic pairing, red sauce and Chianti.
Okay.
Can't have red sauce and Italian tasty without Chianti.
Right.
So, pulled this little guy. Great wine. That's the Coltis Boni from Chetamura. They've been doing this for years. Their property is 2,000 years old.
Okay.
They found like ancient relics and all kinds. It's just a really cool history if you want to look those guys up. But yeah, try it out.
Okay.
So you'll get the tomato sauce.
So now, is it better to do the food before the wine or wine before the food, or does it not really matter?
Yeah, it's up to you really.
Okay.
I like to do wine, then food, then wine.
I mean, you could go both.
So first of all, this is excellent, Tony. Mr. Bosco.
His lasagna is so good.
It's so good. But you get that acid, right?
Yes.
And this is going to pair well with that, so you're going to get a lot more fruit in the Chianti. So it'll taste less acidic than usual because it's playing with the acid.
Okay, that's delicious. That's really good.
Yeah, and again, there's other pairings you can do, but this is one of my favorite, just a classic pairing.
This is really good.
So y'all enjoy. Should be a really good pairing.
Very good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, everyone, grab your wallets because it is auction time. I'm here with my friend Jennifer Massett. She is our auction coordinator this year. Jen, thank you so much for being here with me. Just wanted to ask you a couple questions because not everybody knows how to do an online auction. So first off, how do you access this online auction?
Okay, all you need to do is use your phone or your computer and go to 32auctions.com/NHLB. Party hosts, you should have already received the link in your inbox and with your wine gift package.
Okay, so if I've never been to this site, do I need to create an account in order to participate?
To view the items on the auction site, you do not need an account, but you do need to create an account if you plan on bidding or purchasing an item or making a donation.
And I have already done that. I've created my account. It's super easy. It takes like 20 seconds to do. It's just name, email, super simple. So now once I've created an account and I get to see all the items, I know there's a couple of options as far as how to either bid on the items or purchase the items. Can you talk a little bit about that
Yes.
buy now feature and what I can do?
So there are two different options. You can either bid on an item, hoping you get it for the lowest price, or you can buy it outright with the buy it now option.
Okay, so the buy now option, if I just want to take out all the guessing, if I want that item, I can just hit that.
Yeah.
And the good thing about everybody who is participating in our gala tonight is that you have first access to all of these items. So that's a really great feature. Now, when it comes to the bidding, how do I know, like let's say I bid on an item, how do I know that I have been outbid?
Okay, so when you bid on an item, you have two different options for bidding. There is an exact bid and there's a proxy bid. So when you're looking at an item, if you decide that you are going to spend a max of say $25 on this item, you can either enter it as an exact bid and bid that one time, or you can enter it as a proxy bid and the computer will automatically bid the lowest bid up until your max.
So let's say if I see an item that I'm willing to pay anywhere from the lowest bid, let's just say $25, but the most I want to pay for it would be $50. I could do that proxy bid and then the computer would automatically go to my max?
Yes.
Okay, well that's really nice. Okay, and now what about paying for these items? How does...
Okay, so at the end of the auction, which will be Monday at 8 p.m., you will automatically get an invoice sent to your email that you've registered with your account, and you will just follow the prompts to pay your balance online. You can use debit card, credit card, or a PayPal account.
The auction, like Jen said, the auction is going to remain open until this Monday at 8 p.m. So you have the advantage to check out these items and hit that buy now option before anybody else gets to see the items. But after our gala is over tonight, the public will have the opportunity to bid on those items until Monday at 8 p.m. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Awesome. Okay. Jen, is there anything else you would like to add about the auction?
Just that we ask you to bid generously. This is all going for a great cause. You're not giving your money directly to a big box store. We've got lots of fabulous items, small things like small gift certificates to bigger trips and wonderful pieces of art.
An amazing auction. And here is the great part, is that really at the heart of our ministry is to pour back out into our community, because we believe that stronger families make for stronger communities. So the money that is raised tonight goes towards our minimal operation costs, but everything else we turn right back out and pour it out into the community to help families who are struggling either socially, emotionally, financially, because it really is about empowering families to thrive. Well, everybody, get bidding. This is the time to do it. And Jen, thank you so much for being here with us.
Welcome.
Okay, we are on our fourth selection for the evening. This is our final selection, and let's talk dessert. This is dessert wine, Prosecco, paired with our cannoli. So why don't you tell us about this wine, Ryan?
Sure. So you can use this wine in so many things. Prosecco is very versatile. This is going to be one of the, in my opinion, better Proseccos.
Okay.
You can get some less expensive, more well done. This is going to be a...
It's got a great
really,
bubble situation going on
yeah,
here.
really small bubbles, which are great. This is going to be technically a brut.
Okay.
There's different levels of sparkling wine.
Okay.
Up to 12 grams of sugar per liter.
Okay.
Is brut, and this is 12.
Okay.
So any more and it's going to be a sweeter wine. So I chose this one because it does have a little residual sugar, so it's going to be a little bit sweet, but it's not like a sweet dessert wine.
Okay.
Sweet bomb. I love dessert wines, but they get really expensive. Like a lot of
Okay.
good ports and Sauterne, another show. But yeah, so with cannoli, this is going to be really, really great because it does have a little bit of residual sugar, but it
Okay.
also has great tasting wine.
Gotcha.
Not just a sugar bomb.
Okay. That's very nice. So what else would this pair well? Because this is delicious.
So bubbles is one of my favorite categories.
Okay.
Of wine. I call them bubbles because
I have a lot of friends that like bubbles.
Yeah, not everything's champagne. Champagne's technically in the region of France. So this is like your Italian champagne kind of.
Okay.
Italian bubbles. You have cava. You have bubbles pairs with almost anything.
Okay.
I mean, if you're ever in doubt, I mean, obviously I wouldn't pair this with a big ribeye. But
Right.
if you're ever in doubt, like white wine, aperitif, finger foods, sandwiches, salads, scallop plate, whatever.
Okay.
You can go with bubbles.
Oh.
And so this is a brut, so it doesn't have a whole lot of sugar. You can taste it. You can taste the Prosecco grape is a little sweeter than
Okay.
a lot of other grapes. So you can taste that little bit of sweetness.
Okay.
But it's not overpowering. So, you can go with anything.
Okay, so if it says if it's a brut, it's not quite as sweet as
Right.
some
So
other.
the sugar that's left after the fermentation
Okay.
is less than extra dry and dry, which sounds backwards, but brut has less sugar than extra dry.
Okay.
That's just a whole nother
Story.
situation. I don't know why they named them the way they did.
Right.
It's very confusing. But this is almost the driest, least amount of sugar
Okay.
sparkling wine you can get.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good to know. Well, this is
And
delicious.
Back to your question, it goes with almost everything.
Okay.
I mean, French fries.
Oh,
You can
really?
do seafood, salads, anything, almost anything. Anything that white wine would go with, this would go
This
with.
would go with. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. And again, thank you so much to Bosco's Italian Cafe for hosting us and just the wonderful meal that he's prepared tonight. So Ryan, thank you again. This has just been awesome.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Such a great cause.
Yes.
So anytime you need any help from me, you got it.
Cheers. So this concludes our gala for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you spending your evening with us. Please, please, please be sure to donate and bid on those auction items to make this evening just a huge success for a great cause. We hope you enjoy the rest of your evening with your friends and family. And as we wrap up here, we are going to leave you with a playlist of some of our favorite songs. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great night.